Now that we've conquered the forward function and we know how to drive forward, we're going to start adding in turns. So we're going to learn how to do a left turn and a right turn. And to be specific, there are 3 different turns that we could do. One of them is known as a tight turn, and what that means is one wheel is going forward, the other wheel is going backwards, and it's always opposite of which direction you want to go. So if I want to go right, the left wheel is going to go forward. If I want to go left, the right wheel is going to go forward. And on a tight turn, they go in opposite directions. So one goes forward, one goes reverse. On a pivot turn, just like in basketball, one wheel is going to be completely stopped, and the other wheel is going to go forward. And that's going to allow us to kind of pivot around the stopped wheel. And then on a wide turn, both of them are going to be going forward, but one of them is going to be going significantly slower than the other. So it may be like half speed or even a quarter of the speed in order to get that turn to be kind of a big arcing circle. That's a wide turn. So we've got our tight turn, we've got our pivot turn, and we've got our wide turn. We're going to focus first on the tight turn. So on a tight turn, we're going to go ahead and add a new function. We're going to call this the right tight turn and press OK. And on our right tight turn, we're going to bring in some motors. So I'll bring in my motors 2 and 9. There's my motor 2. I'm not too worried about what they are because we'll look at that in just a second. I'm just going to bring them in, put my weight here, we'll leave it 1,000. That's fine with me. And then we're going to stop these motors. So now that we've got these set up, we've got our turn the motors on, wait for 1,000, and then turn the motors off. Let's look at what the motor is going to be doing. So for a right tight turn, I need motor 2, which is the right one, to go backwards. So let's double click and look at forward equals negative. So forward equals negative, backward equals positive. Positive is correct. We're going to press OK. And then this one, in order to go to a right turn, this is what the left motor needs to go forward, and that needs to be set as positive. Wow, I was lucky on mine. My configuration was just right. So I've got that set up, and then we're going to go ahead and press OK. So that's going to go, and that's going to turn. And what you want to be doing is you want to find out a good challenge to start out with is going to be try to turn 90 degrees. All right, and we're going to turn 90 degrees first, and once you've turned 90 degrees, another challenge would be to do 45 degrees, and always keep notes. So I could go ahead and put in the comments, right, let's put the battery value equals 8.1, and then my wait time was equal to, I'm just going to make up a number, let's go with 500. So when the battery's 8.1, the wait time was 500, and that's how it made me turn 90 degrees. Now I can put these all right here. You might be asking yourself, what do I do to get the battery value? Well, in the download, and I just went up to Tools, Download window, you can come over here and hit Get Vex System Info, and that will, I don't have a robot plugged in, but that will give you the information if your robot is turned on. It'll give you the download firmware information, and then underneath that it'll tell you your main battery, and it'll give you that value. So that's something you need to be keeping track of so that you know a little bit of variance will happen whenever you have that number. So 8.1 maybe give me 500. If it's at a 7.6, it might be a bigger number because it's going to take more battery power to get there. So we've got motor 2, motor 9 setting up, and we've got our right inside this right tight turn. We're going to figure out what that number is. So let's say it is 500. I'm going to click on this and change it to 500. Now, if I need to turn in a right tight turn exactly 90 degrees, in my main, I just say right tight turn, and then boom, there's 90 degree right tight turn.